running your own business and not scaling. All right, so many people when they run their own business, it's got to be scaled. You got to fucking, you got to put 50 employees on. You got to work 50 fucking million hours a week. That's what you hear all the time. Oh, just unless you put in fucking 24 hours a day and then unless you're putting in 16 hours a day and then putting the rest in at night on the laptop, and you just going nowhere. You got to grind. You got to grind for years to get it to go anywhere. How often do you fucking hear that? Like, it's all the time. And I just have a bit of a laugh because the other thing too, like before I started my own business, a lot of people are always saying, well, you're ready to do all that work. You're ready to work 24/7. You're ready to not switch off. You're ready to, and I'm like, well, no, I'm not. And they're like, well, you ready for a business? I'm like, yeah, I want to fucking build something that can work for me. I want to be able to only don't have to work all those hours and all that sort of stuff. It's not something I get off on. I want to be spend time with the family. I want to be able to just not have to ring up the boss and say, can I have a day off? Can I please have a day off? I just want to be able to take a fucking day off whenever I want. So, and that's sort of how I've built it, BT Irrigation. So it's only me and one of my mates who's a plumber, and we're just sort of working together on the bigger projects, and that's just sort of how we do it, and it works really well. It's we just take on what we can. We don't take on too much. We take on jobs that are going to give us pretty good margin, I suppose. And sometimes even the smaller jobs are better than the bigger ones that we've noticed as well. And that's sort of how we do it. Now, we might only work let's just say maybe 3-4 days a week sometimes. And sometimes we might only work a couple. Now, I'm not saying that we don't sometimes work 5-6 days a week, but very rarely do we. Just depends on how much we got on. But if we make enough money in a week or on a job, you want to be able to not have to keep working, like not have to work every single day. You want to be able to make enough money to say, rightio, that's pretty comfortable now for a couple of weeks. I'm pretty happy with that. That's sort of how we wanted to be able to do it. And sometimes it's a month, so you can make pretty good money on these jobs. Sometimes you might be able to work one day, 2 days, and make really good money. You might even be able to make 3-4 grand in those couple of days. So that's sort of how we're doing it. I'm not about scaling, as I just said, and putting on heaps of people and all that sort of stuff. I just want it lean. I want to be able to do what I want when I want. Go to the gym whenever I fucking want. If you've got employees, if you've got all that, there's maybe when you get to a certain stage you can do all that, but there's still all the added stresses behind the scenes. But so anyway, this video is more just for people that they're gonna actually thinking about running their own business, but they don't want to have all the fucking bullshit that goes with it. You can just run it pretty lean and still live a really good life. And spend shitloads more time with your family than what you would if you were working full time as well. So there you have it, guys. That is me. See ya in the next one.